Yeah. Yesterday class we're discussing variables and functions, right, in Python. So I said like function declare the function using def keyword. Declare the function using def keyword. And a class notes part one variables and functions. Fine. So declare the function. How many types of variables, guys, total? Guys, please respond. How many types of variables? There are two types of variables like local variables and what? Global variables, right? Local means inside the function we declare, and method function arguments are the local variables, right? Exactly. Global variables is what throughout the class we can access, right? All the functions can access, right? All the functions can access. Yesterday done the local variable versus global variables, guys, and I given an assignment. I don't assignment in the classroom, and one assignment I given to you, right? Exactly. Today the first point is like global keyword, guys. If you take the global keyword, there's bit important. Try to understand clearly regarding global keyword. Can write the Python file. Yeah, it's fine. Guys, generally, where we will declare the global variables? Tell me. We will declare the global variables inside the function or outside the function. Guys, where we will declare the global variables?
Outside the function.
Outside the function, right? The question is, can we define the local variables inside the function? Can we define the local variable? Sorry, global variables. Can we define the global variables inside the function? Is it possible? Yes. How, Venkatesh? The question is, can we define the global variables inside the function? Hmm? Yeah. Can we define the global variables inside the function? Means definitely we can say yes, because its possibility is there basically. Inside the function to define the global variable, we require the global keyword basically. Global name, the name equal to what? We can assign something like Ratan here. Then you trying to print the datum. So print of what? Good morning message, right? Good morning. Then you can print the common name if you want. Is that clear now? Inside the function to print the global to declare the global variable, where is which keyword guys here? Global keyword, right? We will use which keyword? Global keyword, right? Exactly. Guys, if you want, you can do function call once. Yeah, function call here. When I call the function here, which function I'm calling here? I'm calling like which function? After calling function, definitely if it is a global variable, can I access that variable here also, right? Print of name. Guys, yes or no? If it is really global variable, can I access that variable here, right? Hmm? Can access that variables here, right? In local disk E, let me save the code like first dot py. Local disk E first dot py. CLS local disk E. Yeah, how to run this code, guys? Python. Yeah, Python. The file is called what? First dot py, right? We got the output is like good morning Ratan, and we got the Ratan is output, right? It means even we can declare the global variables inside the function also, right? Inside the function, we can define the global variable using which keyword, guys? Here, global keyword, right? Guys, are you clear now? Hmm? Exactly, guys. That's one case you have to observe. Here you can see, guys, this is a case one. And case two, you can see here have the local variable and global variable. Local variable and global variable. Assume like here I don't have any name now. So here I have the name equal to Anu. Okay, here name equal to Anu. Guys, this case what's the output now? Tell me. Please respond. This case what's the output now? Oi, tell me the output, man. Priya, why Priya? These days you are not talking at all. Very silent mode. Sir, Priya, Priya,
Sir,
Priya. Sir, చెప్పండి. Tell me, sir. Sir, what is the output, sir?
good morning, Ratan.
Good morning, Ratan. Okay, okay, Priya. Good morning. After that,
Anu.
Anu. Very good. Then you can compile this code, guys. Sorry, you can run this code. You get the good morning, Ratan, and we got the output is Anu, right? Exactly, guys. See, guys, here I have the local variable and global. This is like local variable, right? And this is called global variable, right? Exactly. But see, guys, my question is, inside the function I want to change this global variable, guys. Then tell me, then how can we change this global variable inside the function? Guys, my question is clear. I want to change this global variable inside the function. This is my function, right? Def which function, right? Inside the function I want to change this global variable, guys. Then tell me, how can we change the global variable inside the function? To change this global variable inside the function, first of all we have to represent that variable, right? To represent the variable, they can write the global name, guys. Their name equal to what? Their name equal to what, Ratan, right? That's it. Yes, sir. The point is clear. Inside the function, if you want to change the global variable, first of all we have to represent that variable, right? Represent that variable using global keyword, global name. Then what? Name equal Ratan, right? Yes or no? Name equal Ratan or not? Are you clear now? Yeah, this case what the output, tell me, guys, now. In this case, what is the output now? Hmm? Guys, please respond. This case, what is the output now? Guys, can you hear me first of all? Priya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Priya is saying output. Good morning, Ratan. Anina. Who is Ani?
No, sir. Spelling mistake.
Anuna. Why, Priya? Because here we are changing the global variable, right? What we are doing the sixth and seventh lines. The sixth and seventh lines, you are changing this global variable or not? Changing the global variable means Anu becomes Ratan, right? Anu becomes Ratan, right? If Anu becomes Ratan means then what's output now? We got the output is we got the output is we got the output is Ratan, right? Priya, yes or no? We are the good morning and Ratan. Good morning, Ratan, and what? Ratan is output, right? Guys, because
Yes.
here inside the function we change the variable, we change the global variable. So if we change the global variable, Anu becomes Ratan. So output will be what? Good morning, Ratan and Ratan, right? Exactly, guys. So inside the function to declare the global variable, you can write a global keyword. There's one case. Another case is what? If already global variable is available, if you want to change this global variable value, okay, to change this global variable value, then you can declare that you can represent the global variable using global keyword, right? Global name equal Ratan, right? Name equal to what, Ratan, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, can please tell me the output of this example once if you understood the points clearly. You tell me the output of this example once, please. Guys, this case what is the output now? I have the two functions, a function and b function. A function contains the global variable declaration. Global foo equal to a, global foo equal to b. I'm calling the function b function and a function. Then printing the foo. Now what is output? Guys, now what is output now? Hmm? Venkatesh at B. Okay. Swarnalata, what's the answer, Swarnalata? Sulochana? Guys, what is the output? What is the answer? Venkatesh said B is the answer. Remaining, guys. Swarnalata, what is the output, ma? How much time? Guys, just you can check the function call. Don't look at entire code. Just check the function call. Priyanka said is correct answer, guys. The Priyanka said A is answer, but the answer is A only. The answer is A, right? A or B? Guys, what is output? Yeah, B. Lochana, can you hear me? Hmm? Oh my god. You guys are not really responding. So, guys, the output is A only because regarding function calling, yeah, you will not respond. Definitely, I know that. Let me run this code, guys. Definitely, got output is A is answer because see, as per the function declaration, A function, B function I declared, but function calling wise, I called first function which function gets B function, right? Because B function is called means first of all B will be executed, then foo value will be the B. After B function, I called which function? A function, right? A function means what? Foo value is how much now? A, right? Then what the finally A value? What the foo value now? Guys, what the full value now finally? A, right? That's what you got. The output is what? A, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, are you clear now? Good. Guys, I'll share you these questions and otherwise you tell me the answer for this question, guys. Guys, at least please respond fast. Guys, global keyword is bit important. That's what I'm doing multiple assignments here. What is output now? Again, we have the A function, B function, and I called A function, I called B function, right? What is output now? I called A function, I called B function. What is the output I'm asking? Check the code once. Tell me the answer. Venkatesh, Vinay, Priyanka, Priya, Swarnalata, Sulochana. 30, huh? Priya said 30. Priya is saying 30 means 30 is wrong answer. Priya said the answer means the wrong answer. Definitely, I know that. Swarnalata is also wrong answer. 30 is wrong answer. 20, huh? 20 also wrong answer. 10, huh? That's what everyone say one answer, man. At least one will be correct, right? Vinay, they are said like 30 wrong answers. I said 20 wrong answer. That's what you are saying, 10, huh? Hmm?
Their global means x equal to 10 means global variable.
But here the sir here global variable changes, right? Global x equal 20, right? Then 10 will become 20 or not, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then yes, sir. I think Venkatesh said is correct answer. The output is the 20, guys, basically. So if you run this code, you'll get the output is 20. Guys, I don't know why you guys are thinking of the 30 here because the 30 I represent any global variable here. I represent any using global keyword. Guys, I represent this data using global keyword. No, right? If I didn't represent this user using global keyword, then how can you say the output is 30, man? Huh? Only here global keyword is represented. That's what the global value is changed. But here global keyword represent not represented, not represented. If it is not represented, this will become local data, right? Guys, yes or no? Huh? Yeah, that's what you'll get. The output is how much, guys? Here, definitely 20 is output, right? Exactly, guys. We got the output is what? 20. Yeah, guys, you try to check this example, try to write the output, guys. Example 4 and example 5 also you write the output. Example 5 you will try offline or you will try now? What do you say? Guys, you guys will try offline or you want try now? Now, but it will take some time, but definitely how to say answer. Huh? Exactly. Guys, here tell me the answer. So Priya said, sir, we will try now itself means you try. Yeah, this case what is output now? This line what is output? This line what is output? First you tell me output for this line. 11th line. This line what is output now? Offline. Venkatesh, why Priya said online now means, sir, once after a class we never check the notes, we never check the assignments. Better to try now itself. Maybe that is also correct, right, Venkatesh? Hmm? Yeah, maybe that is also correct. Okay, Venkatesh, you said offline, it's fine. Just give me a fast answer. Just I'll complete this session in 2 minutes. Okay, give me the answer for this code fast. Guys, please respond with our output ones fast.
42, 33, 4 and 17.
42, 33. 42, 33. Next one. Okay. Next one.
One second, sorry.
1 second. Okay. Guys, what's output now? This line was output. I think 42, 33. 42, 33 correct? I don't know. 42, 33 correct only, guys. A value is 43, B value is 33. Exact. Next two lines. Guys, what is the value for next two lines? That is my question. Priyanka said 4 and 3. Priyanka, I think it's wrong. Priyanka, just you have to check the arguments first. Four 17, exactly. Priyanka, because the values will be here, x and y nothing but arguments, right? 17 and 14, right? 17 and 14, right? Now
Yeah.
x and y. 17 and 14 means what? X comma y equal to y comma x. The reverse the data. Reverse data means what? It will become the 4 and 17, right? So the output will be what? 42, 33, 4 and 17, guys. But you said 3 and 4 means you are taking the global variable, right? But here we already have the local variable, right? Then the first priority goes to local variable, right? Yes, are you clear now?
Yeah.
First priority goes to local variable, right? Yeah, that's what we got the output like that. Okay, good guys. Guys, this case puts output now. So now you can run the code. So we got the sorry. CLS. Yeah, this is all 42, 33, 4 and 70. It's fine, guys. This line what is output? Tell me fast. This line what is output now? Fast.
Forty-two,
A value is
15,
A value is how much now?
4.
A value of 42 is correct because the global variable is represented like 42, right? A value is 42 is correct answer. But B value now?
15, B, 15.
B value is 15. Yes, B value is how much now? B value is how much? 42, 15 is correct only because the B value is this is data is taken from the global data, right? Global data.
Yeah.
And X is how much, guys? 3 only, Y is nothing but 4 only, right? Exactly, guys. That is the correct answer. So 42, 15, 3 and what? 4. Let's check that for two lines output here. 42, 33, 4 and 17, 42, 15, 3 and 4, right? There's any questions, please? Got the clarity, right? How we can process the data? Exactly, guys. That is called global keyword basically. Guys, next one you can go for the function, guys. Function return types. because every function can return the data, guys. Every function is capable to return the data. See, guys, I taken the func1 simply I return the data like return Ratan, right? Exactly. See, guys, you can write the function call, function call here. I would like to call the func1 here. After calling the func1 what it returns, guys? The func1 returns the Ratan, right? Exactly. Then you can take the result1 variable. Result1 variable, I am trying to return the func1 return value. Func1 return value. Then simply can write the comma result1, right? That's all, guys. Guys, the function is able to return the value using return statement. See, guys, inside the function you can write some business logics. After writing the business logic, at the end we have to return the target value, right? Guys, at the end we have to return what? Target value or not? At the end we have to return the target value, right? That's all. The function can return any type of data. See this output, guys, here. The function return value is how much here? Func1 return value is return, right? Func return value is return, guys. And if we take one more function here, def func2 here, def like multiple possibilities I'm checking, guys. You try to check possibilities. I didn't use any return statement here. Just I have the print statement now. So print of good morning, right? Print of good morning. Guys, my func2 is not returning any data, but I'm calling func2. I'm calling func2, but I'm holding the result variable. Guys, my func2 is not returning any value, right? But I'm holding the func2 or not. Then func2 return value, then I'm making result2, right? Tell me, this case what's output now? Guys, this case what is the output now? Hmm? My function is not returning any data, but you're trying to hold the data, right? The default return value of the function is none, guys, basically. The default return value of the function is what? None, right? Yeah, that's what you got. The output is none, guys. Exactly. So def func3 you can take. In func3 simply I use return statement, but I didn't return any value. Even this case also, without return statement or with return statement, if you didn't return any value, what a default return value, guys, again what a default return value? The default return value will be the none, right? Exactly, guys. If you write the result 3 now, the default return value definitely none, guys. So if we didn't write the return statement, but if you write in the empty return statement also, in both cases you'll get the output is what? None, right? The default return value of the function is what? None, right? Exactly, guys. Then you can write the func4 now. If you write the func4, function 4, see, guys, in Python the function can return the multiple values. So the other language is not at all possible, guys. Only in Python is possible. In Python we can return one value, multiple values, guys. Definitely multiple values, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, you can see the result here equal to func4 I'm calling now. Func4 I'm calling now. Other result equal to func4, right? Now we can try to print the result, guys. Func4 return value. Just I am printing the result now. I'm printing the result now. Now result contains how many values now? Guys, now result contains how many values?
3 values.
Result contains 3 values, right? Run this code. We got the output like 10, 20, 30, right? Exactly. Guys, in the single variable, we can take the 3 values, guys. Otherwise, 3 values means you can take in the three different variables also. This is also valid point, guys. So here ABC I taken here, ABC I taken, and directly here you can print like A comma B comma C also, no problem. Guys, are you clear now? Now you can run this code. We get the separate values, right? 10, 20, 30, right? Because we got the separate values or not? 10, 20, 30, right? Exactly. But some students will ask the question like, sir, assume like here I have the 3 values. First value I want to store in one variable. Remaining 2 values I want to store into single variable, another variable, guys. In that case, can I write x comma star y? Star y represents what? X means first value will be stored. Otherwise, do one thing, guys. Can I take the 4 values? X 4 values means what? A comma B comma C comma D here. Then here you can print the A comma B comma C comma D. Here can I write like x comma y comma star z. What the meaning of this line, guys? First value is stored into x variable, second value is stored into y variable. Star z means what? Remaining values will be stored, guys. Guys, are you clear now? Now func4 you can write. Func4, then you trying to print the data here. Trying to print the data here. Func4 return value. Then what the values you can make here? X comma y comma z, right? X comma y comma z. These are the information, guys. Guys, any questions, please? Run this code. We got the output is what? See guys, func4 return value. First case, I'm holding all the values into a single variable. Second case, 4 different variables. Next case, 10, 20, and this is like star z, right? Star z is holding which values, guys? 2 values, right? But remember one point, guys. Later classes will understand this point. It is taking the 4 values means in the parentheses, right? This parenthesis is nothing but a tuple format basically. Okay, this parenthesis is nothing but which formatter? Tuple formatter. And star z is taking the 2 values, right? These 2 values are taking the square brackets, right? The square bracket is nothing but list data type basically it is. Guys, square brackets means what type of data it is? It is a list type of data basically. Is that clear now? List type of data, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, are you clear now? Func1, func2, func3, func4. So you can return the one value, or if empty return statement, the default return value is none, and the function can returns one value, multiple values. The function can returns one value or multiple values. The function can returns the multiple values, right? Exactly, guys. Total 4 functions are clear, right? Not only same type of values, guys. You can return the different types of values also, no problem. Here I written 10 or 20 rather than 44, 40.45, right? Exactly. Guys, are you clear now? The 4 functions are ready. And next one you can see here, the function return the value means here are the 2 options, guys. If the function returns the value, I can store the return value, I can print the return value. That is one option. Holding the return value, then printing the. So now guys, func1 return the return. I'm holding the result, I'm printing the result. Second way is what? Directly I can print the result, right? Print of func1. When you call the function using print statement, guys, when you call this function using print statement, directly what the function will return, that value directly printed, right? Guys, that value directly printed or not? That value directly it will be printed, right? Is that clear now? That value directly printed, right? Yeah, that is information, guys. That is the information, right? Exactly. So you can hold the return value. Otherwise, if you don't want, if you're not interested to hold the value, directly you can print the value using what? Direct print statement, right? That's all, guys. Both cases you'll get the good morning Ratan and good morning Ratan is output, right? Good morning Ratan and what? Good morning Ratan is output, guys. That's it. Another case is like, guys, I taken the multiple return statements here. Return 10 and return 20. This case, what's the output now? Guys, I written the multiple return statements. The function can return the multiple values. It means one return statement, multiple values are possible, guys. But here I written one return statement or 3 return statements. Three return statements are valid or invalid, guys? Guys, 3 return statements are valid or invalid? That's a question. 3 return statements are valid or invalid means valid. Invalid. Good, guys. So I think it definitely is valid, guys. Because in Python, see, in other languages, definitely it generate error message, guys. Because in other languages, the method contains only one return statement. But in Python, if you write the multiple return statement, guys, after the first return statement, remaining data will be ignored, guys. After the first return, whatever the data you return after the first return statement, see, if you want, you can write the print statement also even here. Print of return, right? Exactly. Print of otherwise print of Stravia, something like this. Now see the output, guys. Same output you get the good morning and Ratan, right? It means what, guys? Inside the function, after the first return statement, remaining data will be what happened, guys? Generating any error message or it ignoring the data. Simply it will ignore the data, right? Exactly. Guys, are you clear now? Yeah. After the first return statement, always the data will be ignored, right? There's always the data will be what? Ignored, right? Exactly, guys. See this code, guys. Inside the function, only one return statement is allowed, guys. If you declare the multiple return statements, after the first return, the data will be ignored. After the first return, after the first return, the data will be ignored, right? Exactly, guys. The data will be ignored. That's all. And case 2, see, guys, inside the if else condition, we can write the data. If of condition is true means this data will be returned. If the condition is false means what? This data will be returned, right? It means don't think like here 2 return statements are there. So definitely one return statement, right? Because the condition is true means this will be returned. The condition is false means this will be returned, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, this case, what is the output now? Guys, this case, what is the output now?
Return 20.
Return 10 or 20. I think condition is true or false now. Condition
False.
is false, right? Condition is false means it returns the 20, right? Exactly. So we got the output is what, 20, right? Exactly, guys. Is it clear now? And one small example, guys. Here the three ways we have the data. Here we have the three ways can data. My add function expecting how many arguments? Tell me. Add is expecting two arguments means what? Yesterday class just you are passing 10 comma 20 directly, right? 10 comma 20 we can pass. But see guys, some cases I have the I and j values. Even by passing the I and j values, you can call this function, right? I and j values, you can pass this function, right? And the third case you can see guys, I take the input from end user, enter first number, enter second number, and I can pass those two numbers to this function. We can call it, right? Guys, observe carefully. This functionality is there in the one module, and function calling is there in another module. Assume like Priya contains this functionality. So Priya is writing one function. That function can take the two inputs and process the data, right? Exactly. This is like Priya logic, guys. Function calling, I have to call the Priya function. The Priya function explains the two argument means so that I can call the directly two values 10 comma 20, right? Yes or no? Directly I can pass the 10 comma 20 or not. Directly I can pass the values like 10 comma 20, right? Exactly. Either I can pass the values like just directly 10 comma 20, guys. That is one option. Another option is what? Guess what is another option? Another option is I have the two variables with me. By passing those two variable values also I can call the Priya function, right? I can call the Priya function or not by passing the two variables, right? Exactly. And what is the third case here? I taken the input from end user. I taken the input from some other resource so that I can pass the data to that values, right? Guys, are it clear now? Exactly, guys. That is information. So if the function is expecting the argument means we can pass that values total three ways, guys. So we can get the output is like first case 30 because 10 and 20 directly are passing. Second case I and j, guys, 4 comma 5. 4 plus 5 is how much here? 9, right? 4 plus 5 is 9. Third case is what? Enter first number, enter second number. Then asking the values like 100 and 200. We got the output is what? 300, right? We got the output is like 300, guys. Guys, are it clear now? That is the information, guys. That is the information. Guys, any questions please? Guys, any questions please? Yeah, so you try to check this all example, guys. And here we have the assignments regarding return statement, guys. Everyone try to check this assignment clearly, but this assignment will take some time to understand and take some time to hold the values. You try to take this example, you try to check the output of this example, guys. Guys, don't run the code. So first you see that example, you try to write the output, definitely run the code. Once you run the code, you already written output, right? That output and that output both are cross check once. Definitely you get the wrong output. When you get the wrong output means don't check like why I'm getting wrong output, guys. That is not good again. If you feel that is a wrong output means okay, remove that existing answer. You try to write the answer again. Guys, you try to write the answer again, right? Is very clear now? You try to write the answer again, guys. So like that, you have to process the data. Is that clear now? You try to complete this assignment, guys. Good. Guys, today we done like two points, guys. One is a global keyword. Inside the function to declare the global variable, you are using global keyword. Otherwise, already global variable is there to represent the global variable, you require the global keyword, right? So we done with the global keyword one point, guys. The second one we discussed about the function return values, right? The function can return the data. If it didn't return the return statement, by default return value is none. The function can return the multiple values, and we can hold that values like multiple variables also, right? Exactly, guys. And if you write the multiple return statements after the first return statement, the data will be ignored. That will be ignored, and we can pass the arguments like function calling level, directly pass the constants. Otherwise I and j variables also you can pass. Otherwise data you can take the data from a user and you can pass the data, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, you try to check these answers, try to check this output once and try to complete that assignment, guys, with that function return type and function return type and what global keyword is completed. We'll meet in tomorrow class. We'll go for the function arguments, guys. Tomorrow we have the class, and tomorrow class bit important. We try to attend the class by tomorrow, and yeah, it will take 2 more days to complete these functions and variables, guys. 2 more days required. This is like day 2 notes, right? This is like day 2 notes, guys. Tomorrow function arguments. Next class you will get inner functions. Total 2 days required to complete these variables and functions. Total these functions and variables 4 days, guys. 2 days variables concept, 2 days functions concept required. Guys, are you clear now? This is like day 2. Day 2, what we discussed today. We discussed about the global keyword. Guys, check the all assignments again. Assignments are very important because depends on the class what we done today. I prepared assignments. If you do the assignments, you'll get the more knowledge. If you are not doing assignments, that is well and good. Enjoy without doing assignments. Global keyword and return statement, right? Exactly, guys. And tomorrow we'll discuss day 3, guys. Day 3, function arguments. Tomorrow completely will focus on the function arguments, guys. Tomorrow completely will focus on what? Function arguments. Guys, clearly I will maintain the content clearly. So you guys also clearly do the practicals, try to get the clarity about the subject. Guys, yes or no? Yeah. That's
Sir, the next class is on Monday or
no, tomorrow you have a
tomorrow?
class. Tomorrow, so guys, now onwards, Monday to Saturday we have the class. Sunday is holiday. You can Monday to Saturday you have the class. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow we'll meet the same time. Bye.